really good. I ain't gonna lie, this is some good ass wine. Look, I never seen a wine come with a, top like this. And I'm enjoying this. And you can buy it just like this. Good. It's really, really good to me. It may be a little bit off-putting to some and others, but not to me. Not to me. Uh-oh, what's going down in the hood tonight? What's going down in the hood tonight? You guys, I was over there at Lemons. I've been laughing my ass off, boy. You guys, they've been really, really cracking me up over there. This is some wrong lighting, but it's all right. But I'm really like, man, that shit was funny as fuck over there. I was like, man, they really going in, like really going in. Hold on, you guys, give me 1 second. Mm-hmm. Give me 1 second. Mm-hmm. I gotta hit the coil. I gotta hit the coil one more time. Mm-hmm. It's refreshing to me. I love it. I love it. Look, I wanted to give me a bottle, but I was blessed. Thank you. I was blessed and hey, with it. So I'm happy. I'm happy. It was a crazy day today. It's been some things going on. Mm-hmm. In the media. I had seen some things about a person coming out here lying on someone. Mm-hmm. Lying. And they done messed around and I guess they got paid. But I think, for someone to pay you some money to come out and make a video about a story that you came up with, I think it's BS in my eyes because I feel like they can pay you that money, but they can still off you at the same time because at some point they gotta know where I don't want to talk out my ass. I don't know how that works, but I would think that they would know your info. If you really want that bread, and I ain't gonna lie, it was a lot of bread, but it wasn't worth putting out a lie on somebody. Why would you put out a lie on someone and cause cause hell, and drama and people assuming shit, you know, having people looking at you certain type of ways because people are not, so a lot of folks are not acceptable of homosexuality. So hearing about a straight man, a straight rapper, on something like that can cause damage. And we know now, that these young folks out here, they don't really too much care. They don't even, sometimes they don't even think before they speak. They feel like they can just do anything and say anything, and they don't have, really any repercussions behind their actions. And some of them gotta, I hate to say this, but some of them are gonna learn the hard way. They are. They are going to learn the hard way. Honestly, they are. Honestly. And I don't feel bad for them because, hey, it is what it is. You can be told if you want to take heed and listen, hey, please do. But if you don't, hey, it's out of my hands. Because I can't save everybody. I can't save everybody. I can't. I give you my advice. I pray for you. You know, I pray for you, and I would hope that some of these people out here, some of these folks out here that I know, if they are off, they will listen to me. If they don't want to listen to me, hey, it is what it is. Sometimes it's good to listen. It's good to listen. I'm working on listening more. You know, I'm working on listening more, and I don't give a damn. However long it take. I'm still gonna be, on my ones and twos, on my 10 toes. You know, I don't care. I am, cause I refuse to be over here asking people questions that I already know the answer to. Sometimes you gotta just figure it out. Use your common sense. Just use your common sense and make the right decisions and make the right choices for yourself. So when you do have to go through something, you know how to maneuver on out of that. Honestly, You know how to maneuver on out of that. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. But you know how to maneuver on out of that. You know, it ain't nothing to a big dog. That's why I don't be stressing. I don't be stressing at all. Like a lot of things I don't too much care about. You know, I really don't. And shit, most folks. And my thing is, I hate it when someone has the nerve to say they think that I'm so caring. I'm so caring about certain situations. I'm not. I am not caring about a lot of things that goes on here. You know, outside of here, I'm worrying about other things. You know, that's important. This is just downtime, fun times. You know, type of stuff. You know, I ain't taking a lot of this stuff so seriously to the point, or really to the extent of, oh, I'm relying on, me coming out here and me getting this and me getting that. No. Now, if it's people out here that's like that, kudos. I'm not judging, but me, I'm not doing that. I don't see nothing wrong with that, but I just feel like, you know, I'm moving differently. I just move a little differently. You know, it's what it is. Mm-hmm. It is. Yes, indeed. This wine may be catching up with me though, but I don't care. I don't care. Oh, I just hate this. I just hate this. I hate this lighting though. Ooh, man, that's how I be sometimes. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah. But I hope everybody has had a wonderful damn day. Shit. For me, it's been a wonderful rest day for me. You know, I gotta get up in the morning. Well, it's already morning, so I gotta get up in a few more hours and handle some things and spend some time with my grandfather. You know, his birthday coming up. Thank goodness. hmm And I'm glad that he's not on YouTube mm, like some other old hag that we know of that ain't got nothing else better to do with play music and we chopping and screwing it. We're chopping and screwing it. Who has time to listen to somebody else play music and chopping and screwing it? I'm just saying. That's boring to me. I'm gonna just be having my TV on, listening to you play music and songs. For what? What are we listening to? What, like, why are we even listening to that for? Why? Ugh. You ain't got nothing else better to do? Shh. What about going out traveling? How about you get your ass in that motherfucking scooter and scoot around the motherfucking city instead of going to the same motherfucking spots like it's hot? It ain't hot, baby. That ain't hot at all. And you know this. I'm just saying, something gotta give. But when people are used to their usual, they're not gonna try to switch it up. She's not switching this shit up. If you ask me, she ain't. Mm. It's gonna always remain the same. Mm, mm, look, always remain the same. And you guys, I gotta tell you this too. I had went back and watched a video that Brian did. Now, you know what? At first, I'm not gonna even lie. I was a little upset about it, but you know what? You know what? Now I'm not even tripping. It is what it is. Hell, sometimes I do get tongue tied a lot, and I don't know why it happens. It's just when I'm talking, it's just something just triggers, and all of a sudden it's kind of like I don't know why. Why don't I hate it? I can't look. I'm trying to control it, but it is what it is. Hell, I'm trying to work on it, you guys. I'm trying to work on it. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie, my attention span be so short. I'm trying to work on that too. That's why it's important to pay attention. Mm-hmm. It is a whole lot. Be focused. Be focused and be focused on the right thing instead of the wrong thing, girl. Please. Yes, indeed. Her ass over there being unfocused on the wrong thing at that age. Hell, had it been me, I wouldn't even be fucking around with anybody that's young. Young enough to be my child or grandchild. Well, no, Child. Mm, mm. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. You would have thought somebody had something to do, but they don't have anything to do. But get online constantly and talk about the same old thing. How about you get over it? But you haven't got over it. You just keep going on and on and on for years and years and years. You know, it. See, when it comes to me, we're not doing that. I'm not doing that with you, baby. Now, it ain't nothing wrong with with anybody going back and forth with someone over the years. But I just feel like it's certain ones that you can choose to do that with, and I'm going to be the one. I'm going to be the one that's not going to be choosing to do that with you. At all. Because at some point, this door is going to be closing. Yes, indeed. This door is going to be closing, and I won't have the need to even really bring you up, or really just go in on your really on your really on your old ass. I'm not trying to go in on your ass, but sometimes you push, you bring it out of motherfucker. You bring it out of motherfucker, so therefore you deserve it, cause you've been very, very disrespectful. So I don't mind telling you the truth, and I'm not going back on my word. I'm gonna keep anything I say about you up. I am. Since you had that video up, yeah, I'm gonna keep it up. Even though I don't care, but I'm gonna let you know. I ain't finna be all high, and I'm not finna be keeping it secretive, keep it all secretive, and don't let anybody know about it. Hell yeah, I'm keeping it all up. I sure am. And I'm still thinking about making that damn page for your ass. hmm Since you did what you did. Cheers, baby. Cheers, baby. I'll see you at the Kentucky Derby. Yes, indeed. At the Kentucky Derby. Yes, indeed. I'll see you there. hmm Hope you can wear some kitten heels. That's probably the only thing that you can get that big ass, that look them thick ass feet in. Kitten heels. Yeah, you know how you do. Or slides, you know how slides. Yes, it's what it slides. Y'all remember them slides that the females used to wear back in the day? They used to be all colorful and shit, but they were very cheap. They were very cheap slides, and they would break if if you walk too hard on that shit just coming up. She remind me of one of them type of females. Wearing jellies too. Jellies, yeah, wearing jellies. And clear, look, clear, clear, look, clear spaghetti straps. Like it's something that's, ooh, yikes. I can see her in some gauchos. Y'all remember gauchos out there? I remember gauchos. I remember some gauchos out there. Gauchos, and they had that cut off jacket on and shit. That used to be the style for certain females, but everybody didn't wear that. hmm And then sometimes they used to wear a lot of beads around their damn neck. And I ain't gonna lie, they used to be kind of cute. I used to like seeing females with that. Especially if you can, match it up. But you know what? She ain't matching nothing up. She ain't. No, ain't nothing wrong with city trends, but I don't want to rock that trend anymore. Sometimes you have to elevate. You know, it's all right to go to Dillard's and Sears. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong. And look, I'm not looking down on the place where I came from. I would love to go. I would love to go back. You know, but when it comes to her, it just gives me like, no, don't go there no more. Just look at her. She's a prodigy of that. hmm Just putting something together. Just put some on that ass for the quick old time. Just for the quick old time. I'm just saying. She knows this. So I like to remind her about presenting, how she is presenting herself on camera. You know, so she can have some understanding. hmm Yes, indeed. But then, them braids. I know them braids are breaking off now. It's time to take that ish out your head. I don't understand it, baby. How long are you gonna keep that up? You got that little swoop to the side. Hold on, it's like this. Hold on. That shit look like it's, boy. Hey, that shit look like it's. Ding. It ain't going nowhere. Push that hole down. I bet you push that hole down. Push that hole down. Bitch, boy, you using a lot of what, like petroleum jelly? Cause I know you ain't got no grease over there. I know you ain't got no grease over there. No blue magic and none of that shit. No black gel. I'm just saying, it's the truth. I'm just saying, take that shit down. Look, how about you go back to that wig that you have? You know that cheap ass synthetic ass wig that you have always cut down right here, hiding your eye. Look, it's just right there. Damn, almost damn near finna blind your motherfucking ass. Like shit, you can't. I'm surprised you can see out of that shit. Go back to that. I want to see you go back to that, cause them braids is looking rough, stuck, and stiffed. I mean, just stiff, boy, just stiff. I don't understand it. Stiff. It's stiff. hmm And you think you're really doing something? Please, please, get it together. Get it together, Fred. It's the truth. It's the truth. But enough about fatty acids, cause fatty acids over there ain't eating right. And I'm telling her she ain't eating right. You need to change your habits. Why you got so much time for YouTube? How about you get in the kitchen and eat right? Cause I'm gonna get you together tonight on this morning. Shout out to my sis. I be thinking of that. Fuck that raggedy bitch. It's on this morning. That plays in my head rent free. Shout out to her. Verbal assassin. See, a lot of people don't know about that though. That's old. That's old beef sector right there. Oh, about 5, 6 years ago. But I love her. But yes. hmm That's another one. You're blocked. Oh, you're blocked. You're blocked. Oh, yeah. Look, I can hear it now. You're blocked. You're blocked. Oh, you blocked me. Yeah, why you and see why you block for? Why you be blocking people? It's on your ass. Hmm. Why you blocking them for? Can't take the heat. Like your fat ass is in the motherfucking kitchen. Always in the kitchen. Always when I sit down and just I sure wish the grandbaby was here. You just and I watched you that day. I'm like, girl, get your ass up. You know, good goddamn well, your ass ain't that damn tired. You just lazy. See, sitting down so much. See, you gotta move in the day. Get out that damn chair. Move your ass. Get your ass up and move your ass. You gotta move your ass. Just sitting down all day. I'm keeping it real, you guys. So I am not trying to be funny, but sitting down all day, look, that can be a problem. You cannot lay in the bed all day. You have to get up and move your muscles. You got to. That goes for anybody. I don't look. That's why they got therapy out here. Anytime someone may be in a little accident or they may have something going on with their bodies to the point where they can't move a lot of their limbs, they gotta go through therapy because they gotta keep that shit going. Because if you don't, you'll just lose it. Streak up like a vegetable and just look, they would just be cutting all this stuff off. Then what? Death. But you gotta get up and move. But you don't want to get up and move. You shouldn't be tired, bringing in groceries like that. Yeah, you wasn't tired of rolling around in the city, going to that bar, standing up. Look, only one on the dance floor, trying to get everybody else up and on the dance floor. They were just not they avoided your ass. They was avoiding your ass, and I don't understand why you keep going back to the club trying to be the one. Hey, anybody do? And look, they say all. Look, they saying in my eyes, fuck all that shit. We ain't finna be A and A and hell no. We up in here having a drink like I'm having right now with your ass, talking about your big wide fat back ass. That's the truth. And I don't need this to talk about you. I don't. But I look, I'm enjoying myself. So therefore, you're gonna be right here and enjoying me talking about you, because you like to watch and go back and play other people content. Like we ain't knowing this shit already, baby. I don't give a fuck about you getting paid off that shit, baby. I don't give a damn about none of that shit, baby. Cause let SSI, whatever you maybe don't know about it. Is that an extra income? Are you reporting that? Hmm. Dun dun dun. Somebody got caught. They call that fraudulent. Fraud. Fraud. Somebody's stealing from the government and they are receiving funds. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying. This is so good to me. That's why I'm popping it back. I'm popping it back. And I ain't drunk, baby. I slept so good today. Look, I rested. I ate. I showed it. I ate good. And you know what? I don't give a damn if they. I don't give a damn if they talk about this video tomorrow. I don't give a damn about none of that shit, baby. It's gonna stay up for your ass. It's gonna be staying up. I ain't taking it down. Not unless if I feel like it. But I may take it down, but I may put it back up because I know how these haters are, and I'm trying to watch out for them haters. You know, they love to just pick and clip this and clip that. We ain't clipping none of that shit. Mm-hmm. Ooh, we look at that. Ooh, this is good. You know, look, I may stay on here and drink this. This ain't strong. I mean, it's strong, but it ain't that strong enough. You know, I like my shit strong enough. Mm-hmm. I bet you people gonna be counting how many times I can open that top. But it's all right. Hell, I don't give a damn. I'm grown. Hell, I ain't over here. I ain't over. Look, I'm not on here shaking my ass. I ain't pulling my penis out. You know, I ain't doing nothing sexual. You know, people love to see that side. They love to see you get all, you know, freaky. But it's a time and a place for that. You know, it's a time and a place for that. But you know what? You know what? Like the old girl over there. She, you know what? Like I heard you say, baby, you wanted to pat that pussy on live, and you got kids, you got grandkids, and you said you wanted to pat your pussy. You wanted to pat your pussy, and I heard you say that. Hmm. What else you would do? I'm waiting for you. Like I look, I would be having that shit on screen recording that day. I ain't look. I won't be look. I won't be missing that. I won't. I ain't missing none of it. Hell, you know, I ain't. Cause did you miss any damn thing of it? I don't think you did. You made sure you caught it, this and that, and want to post it on Facebook. But you know what? Hell yeah, we gonna post some shit on you on Facebook. Have you looking like a plum fool in the shack? Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, in that shack. Mm-hmm. And on that, look, I think you on housing. I think she on housing too. To be exact, which ain't nothing wrong with housing. Ain't nothing wrong with housing, but you know, baby, you act as if you doing it all by yourself, but you're not. You getting you getting assistance. Assistant, you just another recipient. Okay, running around here talking shit. Let something go off in that motherfucker, and we gonna see how you gonna be scratching and surviving. Hell, you ain't moving on up, baby. You be moving on the fuck down. I'm just saying. Look, shout out to the Jeffersons and Good Times and Sanford and Sons. You know, I used to love those shows when I was a little kid. But I would say I wasn't born around that time. But you know, when I was put on to those shows, I used to love them because people that was older than me um, used to have those CDs, and I used to just sit back and watch old episodes of Good Times, Sanford and Son, and what was the other one? Good Times. I think yeah, Good Times and Sanford and Son. Yeah, I think yeah. But it was good. I used to love it. I used to enjoy those shows. Hmm. But yeah, that's what she gonna be doing. Yeah, yeah, we gonna be seeing it, and I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it because you got so much mouth over there, so much mouth, and can't do this and can't do that, and want to complain and want spike and look, and you want people and you want people to support you. That's what it really is. Just if you want to beg, just beg. You ain't gotta dry beg, baby. You dry begging over there. You dry begging over there, and you won't admit it. You won't admit it. I know you dry begging over there. You dry begging. Mm-hmm. Dry begging, wishing someone would support your habit, and they're not. You're not. You're not. Look, they're not. How about you go back out there on the streets, roll around. Since you like being outside so much, roll around and sitting down, which is so bad. I don't give a damn, bitch. Take some, look, pop a pain pill and get up and move. You got so much mouth. You got so much time and energy to run that mouth. Here, look, use them. Look, use them limbs that God bless you with. Use them legs and them feet. and move around. But you won't do that though. No, you won't. Mm-mm. You act like you are restricted from doing that. I don't understand it. Your ass shouldn't be restricted from doing that shit. You should. You should. I'm just saying you should. But you guys, I'm gonna get up and off of that big old flumpy, that turtle, that sea turtle, that buffalo ass itch. I can't find a man. I'm looking for some dick and pussy to suck on. So no, and you know what? My thing is, I was never forced into a threesome. Your ass seemed like you was forced into a threesome. Your man had you look. Your so quote unquote man had you in a threesome. Probably sucking on. Well, no, it ain't probably. You would. This is facts, cause you said it. You talked about it on Stump Downs Live. So therefore, I'm not lying on you, baby. These are the words that came out your mouth. I'm just giving you a reminder of what you said. But you said you was in threesomes with women and niggas. Yeah, yeah. You used to fuck around on pussy and dick all at the same damn time. That's how you used to do it. Wow. I wonder how the grands would feel about that. Do they know that? Do the grands know that Granny was sucking on pussy and dick, at some point, messing with a married man? Because she was a side piece. She was a side piece the whole damn time. She just didn't know. But she found out. She found out. She went to the motherfucking house. Hey, and Claudette was up in that motherfucker. I'm just saying. You didn't know that your man was having a hit. You didn't know that your man was had his other hat. Hey, wherever he laid his hat at another person's home. You didn't know he had his other hat over there. Had his mom. Well, no, hold on. That wasn't his home. I don't know. I don't know this. I don't know. I don't know that part of it. But I would say. I would say this. It wasn't how it's supposed to. It wasn't. It wasn't supposed to go how you thought it was going to be going on that day when you seen her. Yes, indeed. Now you know. And you've been mad ever since because someone took your man. Yo, no, you went that one. You need that wasn't even your man. That was the streets man. Because see, you don't even know how many other women out there that nigga was even fucking around on. I'm just saying. Can you really comprehend this and realize that, baby, it was more than probably just one or two. In my eyes, okay, you just only knew about maybe a few. I'm just keeping it real, baby. That's how the game go. That's how the game go. And look, why cry over spilled milk? Why cry? If you know what the fuck is going on, why cry over spilled motherfucking milk? Move the fuck on. Get the fuck out of your feelings about that shit and move the fuck on. Cause don't look, don't nobody want to hear that shit over and over and over again. Like you've been on YouTube talking about the same shit over and over again. Get off that shit. We don't want to hear that shit. We tired of that shit. I don't watch it. I ain't look. I ain't. I look. I am not a supporter of that channel. Ugh. Yikes. I just only see clips. I do. You're not entertaining to me, and I don't want to waste my time on someone like that. No. Big Barley Bertha. Big Barley Bertha. That's what it is. Big Barley Bertha. You gotta watch out for Big Barley Bertha. Look, Big Barley Bertha was ready to sit on you. Trying to get your virginity. Or if you have lost your virginity, she was trying to, do all sorts of things, sexually assault, verbal abuse, verbal abuse. Oh my goodness, just nasty, just nasty. I don't. I'm good on that, but you know what, you guys? On that note, it's time for me to get off of Big Burly Bertha. And it's time for me to take my ass in the house. It's been real, you guys. Thank you so much. Hey, watch out for these people that's here. Look, watch out for these people that out here on that dope, like Big Burly Bertha. You guys, thank you so much. I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much. Y'all be blessed and not stressed. And watch out for these hoes out here. Please, look, I appreciate it. Peace, you guys. Thank you.